Hello, hello. I hope you are well. I'm hoping that we are going to have a spontaneous summer day. I keep daydreaming about fall, I'll admit it. So I'm trying to combat that with some summer fun. That's what we're gonna do. First and foremost, I'm gonna go run errands. My mom's birthday is coming up, so I wanna go shop for a fabulous gift for her, and I'm gonna go to Nordstrom Rack, one of my favorites. I'm so thankful to be partnering with them for today's video. I have a few ideas, but I think doing like a little mother-daughter matching moment would be really sweet. So maybe a full outfit, matching shoes, matching jewelry. I'm not sure. We'll see what they have and what speaks to us, but I'm excited for that, to pick out something sweet. And then after that, I want to try to go to the Springs. It is definitely up in the air because, one, the weather. As I'm speaking, I feel like I'm just seeing all these clouds come in, but also they reach capacity quite often in the summertime, early in the morning. So it truly is spur of the moment. We have to be flexible. I'm gonna call, once we're done shopping, I'm gonna call and see where their availability is, and then we'll just have our stuff packed in case it works out. I'm gonna bring a book, maybe my journal, and just have some solo springtime. It sounds glorious, so fingers crossed, but we'll see where the day takes us. These polka dot kitten heels, so cute. Oh, these are adorable. This is the cutest purse I've ever seen. So many fun beaded bags. My mom loves wearing fun patterns. I could so see her wearing this. I mean, I would wear it too. It's beautiful. Nordstrom Rack has a great selection of Madewell basic tees. I love these. They're so comfortable. These are my favorite hair ties. I actually need a restock. They have kids clothes here too, so I've got to do a little browse for my boy. Oh, that is so handsome. This is also a fun set. I'm loving these polka dots. This is sunshine as a bag. I'm loving the colors we're working with. I'm realizing I bought this cutie dress the last time I was at Nordstrom Rack. I'm feeling very jazzed about my finds. The cashier was just pumping me up too. Very complimentary of what I picked out. I'm so excited to show you. I will insert my haul of everything we went with right now, and then we'll see where our fate lies with the Springs. Okay, I'm excited to show you what I went with. We had some fabulous options, but at the end of the day, I went with this gorgeous skirt, and not just one, but two of them. My mom and I are gonna have matching skirts. So cute. I love this skirt. It is absolutely gorgeous. Just the embroidered detail, the fun color. So this skirt originally was $98, but at Nordstrom Rack, I got it for $34.97. So beautiful. I'll try it on in a moment. And then to pair with the skirt, I got my tried and true white basic Madewell tee. These I'm just always reaching for, so I figured having a second spare would be great, so that when one's in the hamper, we have a fresh white tee. So soft, and that actually will look quite nice with the skirt too. But you could pair this skirt with many different options. And then for accessories, oh my goodness, they had so many fun accessories. Oh, I want to tell you the prices. It was cute. When I was in the store, there was this granddaughter and her grandma, I presume doing some back to school shopping, and they were just like flabbergasted. I think it was their first time at Nordstrom Rack, so they were like, she was like, Grandma, it was originally $120 and now it's only $40 or something like that. It was so cute. So this Madewell tee, the comparable price, $42, but I got 55% off, leaving me at $18.97. And here we have this adorable beaded flower necklace. So sweet. I love the colors. And then this hat. Oh my goodness, they had so many fun hats, but I'm loving green. And I'll try it on again in a second, but I think like the green with a skirt. It actually flows very nicely. And to tie it all together, we have this gorgeous Sam Edelman woven bag. I absolutely love the colors, the texture, and bonus, we have a little pouch that it came with. So cute. So fun for summer. And this was 59% off. Originally $195. I got it for $79.97. And I did pick up these Steve Madden shoes. Originally $119.95, but I got them for 41% off. So cute. And then I did stock up on my favorite hair ties. I'm just loving this color palette so much. So many good finds. I'll link everything in the description. And thank you again to Nordstrom Rack for sponsoring this video. And now it's time to see where our fate lies with going to the Springs. Let's call and see if they have availability still. It's 1 p.m. So during the weekend, they fill up at 8 a.m. and even on Fridays. So it's a Monday. So we'll see. Never know until you try. And typically once they reach capacity, they give out 50 slips. Hi there, I was just wondering if you're at capacity for the day. Oh, you are? Okay, so no more entries. Okay, thank you. Bye. No Springs for us. Oh, bummer. My expectations were low. I was hopeful, but I wasn't confident. I don't really have a plan B either. I have my beach chair in the back. I have my bathing suit packed, but do we just go to the pool? That's not a terrible idea. I have a book I'm reading. Let me show you the book. It's buried somewhere in my collection of things I packed. I also packed a lunch, so I was prepared, but it is not in the cards for us. Perhaps we'll try later in the week, but it's just getting out that early. There's another Springs that we went to recently, Wakaiwa, that operates on a reservation system now, which can be good and bad depending if you plan ahead or not, but I kind of hope that Kelly Rock goes on a reservation system so that you can at least like secure a spot. But it's part of the thrill, right? It's just, will you get in, will you not? So I'm gonna brainstorm what our next move should be. I suppose we could just go home and then maybe stroll over to the pool, just take it easy. We'll see. Well, I don't think a pool day is in our future either. It was not written in the stars. Well, our spontaneous summer day has turned into a cozy afternoon sipping tea and reading our book. I'm not complaining. This is a dream scenario. I don't usually get the chance to read during the day. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I need to just, because when I'm hanging out with my son and he's playing, a lot of times he'll get in his own little world and I could totally read my book, but I reach for my phone or I do something else. So I do want to try to do that more. I'm serious. I've been like feeling that for so long, but this is my reminder to actually do that. My issue is that I read before bed, but I only get a few pages in because I just start dozing off. So we're gonna cozy up, set a timer on my phone perhaps, and just get some reading in. Sounds lovely. I was excited for the Springs, but this is truly a glorious situation. Palmer is also delighted by this situation. To a pottery painting studio on Friday, so it was not that long ago, but they fired up the artwork pretty fast. So here's my grand reveal. I did a little plate I'll insert what it looked like before it was fired. It's so cute. That is one happy little plate if I've ever seen it. I don't know what these little markings here are, but adds character. That's what we say. Oh, I really like it. You are my sunshine. I'm gonna give Wells his snacks on here. It's so cute. Also, my friend gave me this gorgeous manatee print. How special is it? I'm still trying to decide on the right home within our home for it. These refillable water balloons are so fun. We were able to soak up some sunshine and pool time yesterday. After all that rain, we got to have our little summer afternoon, which was lovely. And then Brandon and I went on a date night to get pizza. Also lovely and feels like summer. And today it's my friend Faith's birthday. So we're going on a birthday field trip and we're taking the kids. We're gonna go to this Swedish candy shop. I've never had Swedish candy before besides Swedish fish, which are those technically from Sweden? I'm not exactly sure, but there's this adorable little candy shop that has Swedish candy, which apparently is delicious. I've seen a lot about it online. So we're gonna pick up little bags of candy and just have ourselves a cute time. So I'm looking forward to it. I used a hair scarf to wrap her gift instead of wrapping paper. I think it's so cute. And then I can just slip the card in like that. So fun. Oh, we will. Taste test.
This is like a gummy cream saver.
Our candy store field trip was so fun, adorable. We still have a lot of candy to try. I'm actually taking it with me because I have a little Bible study tonight, and it's my first time in this Bible study. And serendipitously, I ordered these bookmarks for the girls. There's only 4 of us, so it's a very intimate affair. And I ordered these bookmarks and they just came in today. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe next time they'd come in, but they came in today, so it's perfect timing. I can take them to the girls tonight. They're these, oh, they're so beautiful. These quilted cross bookmarks. How sweet! I'm excited. Perfect timing. So I'm ready for some sweetness for the soul, and we're gonna munch on those delicious candies again. Breaking news, after 6 months, we finally finished this 1,000 piece puzzle. It was very enjoyable, and granted, we don't work on it that often, but we did it, and miraculously, there's no pieces missing. We did have to pull apart the couch and really look in the crevices because there were 3 missing pieces, but we located them safely and it is complete. I get some questions asking what I do with the puzzles once we're finished with them, because I've seen really creative ideas of framing them, using them as artwork, which I absolutely love, but I'm not sure where I would put it. And I like to redo them. I am so not against doing the same puzzle over again. So I feel like we will be meeting this puzzle again, potentially in the winter or spring. We shall see. I am a little intimidated. I think 500 piece puzzles are my sweet spot, but this was very fun to work on. And I feel like I learned more about the national parks and ones that I'd like to explore. So loved it. My mom actually brought this puzzle. One of her coworkers finished it, and they do little puzzle swaps. So she brought this one for me, which I think I might do next because Our son loves Snoopy and Peanuts, so I feel like this one would make him happy to see. I love how the box has a little pop-up of a little miniature Snoopy. So adorable. Hello from the next day. I just got home from a little excursion with a couple girlfriends. We went thrift shopping and I found a few things for little mister. I have them just piled in my bag. This is gonna be for fall time. It's a size up, so he'll be able to wear it for a while. But this cute flannel shirt, I love the colors, and this will look adorable either just as a shirt or unbuttoned, kind of rolled up with a t-shirt underneath. Love it. And then these camo cargo shorts, so handsome. And this is a little unexpected, but I would even pair this top, this button-up white top, with the cargo pants. I think that is so handsome and adorable. So can't wait to see him wear those. And in the car on the way home, we were talking about Cuban food and Congri, and I'm gonna make some. It just sounds so delicious, and I believe I have all the ingredients. I just have canned beans, so it'll be a little shortcut. And the recipe calls for bacon. I believe the bacon fat is what you need, which I already have saved bacon fat, so I think I'll just be able to kind of utilize what we already have. But how delicious. I love when we just like start talking about something and then it sounds really delicious and you already happen to have all the ingredients on hand. So serendipitous. Perhaps it doesn't look like much, but I wish you could smell this. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do a little taste test. A little tasting bowl. It's piping hot, so I must proceed with caution, but I just can't resist. I need to do a little taste. That's divine. It took me like, it kind of took a long time because it cooks for 30 minutes, but the prep was very easy. And then the stovetop did all the rest. I love that we have this one big mushroom popping up in this patch of our garden. I remember we had a very similar one last year in almost the same exact spot. I took this cute picture. That's how I remember it so vividly because I love that picture, but I don't mind the mushrooms. I think they're kind of fun and they make me think that fall is coming. We ought to make some more pesto, I suppose. Watermelon update. We have these two up here that are getting quite large, and then we have this one tucked in right here that is also getting big. I don't need a melon hammock for this one. Unfortunately, I have some sort of pest on my tomato plant. I haven't identified them yet, but it's not looking good. They're these little snowy white bugs. The swallowtails have absolutely devoured our parsley. You can see one of the caterpillars. I'll try to point it out. It's right here. I am worried about it. I don't know if it has enough food. We need this parsley plant to grow back immediately. It is officially a week since I started filming this vlog, and I tried to have a full circle moment for us. I went back to the Springs this morning. I called them. They were full, but they were handing out the afternoon passes still, which lets you in later in the day. But when I arrived, they were out of the passes. C'est la vie. It was not meant to be, but I did try. It is my happy place, but it's just very tricky. It's a very coveted place to be. in the middle of summer because it's so refreshing. I did see they are going to start a reservation system soon though, so that's exciting. Hopefully it won't be impossible to get reservations, but hopefully that'll streamline everything and more people will be able to go, especially people who travel out of town, like hours and hours. That would be very disappointing to get turned away. But anyway, I did stop in a cute antique store on my way out of the park area just to sort of lighten the burn. I did a little window shopping. Is that a phrase, lighten the burn? I feel like that's close to a phrase, but not fully a phrase. I'm the queen of doing that, almost getting a phrase correctly. Anywho, I did some window shopping. It was a fun spot. There was lots of different stalls within the big antique shop, so that's always nice to get to do that. But that's a wrap. Oh, I did want to update you on something in the garden that's very special. So I wasn't even familiar with this. As much as I enjoy learning about bugs, and recently I've loved learning about ladybugs, I feel like we've had so much fascination with butterflies and bees, but now I'm getting to learn so much about ladybugs because we have such a presence of them in our garden this spring and summer. And I was doing some pest control this weekend. I have some mealy bugs. Is it measly or mealy bugs? They're these little white, I showed you. So I was trying to remove those and I noticed two other something and I identified them, and one of them is the ladybug larva. I'll put a video of it here. So this is one of the stages that the ladybug goes through in its life, and this is still a great addition to your garden because in this stage they're still consuming those harmful pests. And then once they reach full development in their larva stage, they go in this pupa stage and they just hang out on the leaf for about a week. So every time I go out there, I see the ladybug pupa, and then much like a butterfly, it's going through a metamorphosis while it's in the pupa, and then out comes the ladybug. So interesting. I feel like there's so much emphasis about the butterfly and the chrysalis because it is amazing and there should be emphasis, but let's talk about ladybugs too. How amazing is that? So that was exciting. It's, you know, a bummer to have pests that I'm dealing with, but I'm thankful that I have the ladybugs to help me combat them. But I'm definitely trying to figure out what my next move should be with my zinnias. I pulled out some of them, but they're just getting so floppy. So we're scheming over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you and yours are well, and I'm excited to see you next. Bye.